Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis coming with you with another toy review video. Now this week's video, I am doing it here at Buddy's Toys Collectibles off of Broadway in downtown San Antonio. So if you're ever in San Antonio and in the downtown area, swing by Buddy's Toys and Collectibles. They have a nice selection of everything from pop figures to classic starting lineup figures. If you can see in the background, they got the Black Series, figures here from Star Wars, Dragon Ball Z, and a whole slew of other figures. Marvel's Legends on the right of me. I mean, this is a great place, man. I honestly like shooting here whenever I get the chance. I see BB-8, looking at me. I see Freddy coming out of the wall. These are like little mock-ups that they have here, so it's pretty awesome. Anyway, moving on. Today's video, we are going to focus on Fans Hobby's MB-12 Master Builder Athena, which is the third-party version of Minerva from Super God Masterforce. And man, I swear this is an awesome looking figure. I got a chance to see a couple of reviews on this. Pretty awesome, pretty intricate too. When I saw that it was available on Big Bad Toy Store, I went ahead and snagged it. So it is, I'm happy that it did come in. I got a chance to play around with it for a little bit, so at least I have an idea of how to transform it and back. So let's go ahead and get her out of the box, and let's go ahead and see the awesomeness that comes out of it. Alright folks, there she is, straight out of the box, and as you can tell, I still have her in her clamshell plastic cover. We also have the instruction book, which is very, very nicely done. Very good photographs, as you can tell, and glossy. Now, in preparation for this review, I've already gone ahead and added on the decals, and there's the listing for them. And of course, let's see if I can, there we go. Fold this up again. We have this hard cardboard card here that not only shows her transform mode, but on the other side it shows her vehicle mode as well as her tech spec readings. Now there is no bio on this, unfortunately. I wish they did put a bio on there, but all in all, she is a very good rendition of her classic G1 Masterforce likeness. So in addition, she does have other accessories. She has, and I'm going to try and show this to you, an alternate faceplate. There we go. Her face is kind of there, but the face that you're going to see is more of a smiling face. So, as a matter of fact, there she is in that plastic cover, and I think she's modeled after a Porsche. What kind? I'm not exactly sure, but if anyone knows, put in the description on the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and take her out. Before I do, let's go ahead and show off the box, which I should have done beforehand. Now, as you can tell, you got the product shots of her in robot mode, vehicle mode, and her headmaster mode. On the side, you have her robot mode. On the other side, you have the same thing. On the top, you have just her name. And on the bottom, her vehicle transector mode. And on the back, you have a lot more on there. So, as you can tell, you see her in robot mode with her chest compartment that shows the power readout on her chest, which is traditional with all Headmaster characters. In addition, on the bottom picture below that, you see her kind of posed up on the hood of her transector. In the in the picture on the other end here, you have where the canopy is opened up and it shows her sitting in her transector. And you do see, and I'm going to try and show that off just a bit more. You do see the headmaster with the two faces on either side. On the bottom, you'll also see the other figures that come in, such as Super Jinrai or God Jinrai on the bottom. This other figure, I'm trying to remember his name. You also see Laser Optimus Prime on this end. On the other end, you see Double Evil right here. And on the other side, you see Black Convoy. Now, let's see here. I think you also have a couple of other figures that come on the line. I just don't remember the name of them. I think you also see, you know, Beast Megatron from Beast Wars. I think the Transmetal 2 version. And a couple of other figures I don't know the names of, sorry. But in the center, top center, you see vehicle mode, headmaster, and her robot mode. So let's go ahead and move on. And we're gonna go ahead and get her out of there. So there she is. Now, like I said before, you know, I did have her, in vehicle mode. So she is pretty awesome. She does roll very nicely, and let me take this over here on the other side. And as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and take her out. Now, if you are hearing, some cries and stuff, we are in a store and whatnot, so there is going to be some noises in the background. But I'm going to go ahead and there we go. Alright, I'm going to try and see if I can. There we go. Can you see her face? There she is, right there. Look at that. Alrighty. Come on. Let's see if we can focus that. Alright, well, that is the alternate face. If I do go ahead and do a couple of shots on there, I'll go ahead and put that face on there. But, like I said, as you can see, she does roll very well. One of the other things that I noticed throughout my preliminary transformations is that these mirrors here do move. I don't know if you can see that. My big hand is in the way. But they also twist down for transformation. So we're going to go ahead and put those down right now. And we're going to go ahead and open this up. So what you're going to see right now is Athena or Minerva in her transector vehicle mode. And she is sitting very nicely. Though, of course, trying to go ahead and keep her steady. And you can tell there's her control panel right there. So, that's pretty awesome there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take her out right there. And let's see, come on, out you go, out you go. There we go, and her leg popped off. No! Luckily, it is on a ball joint and easy to fix up, so you just pop it back in there. Now, there she is right there. And I mean, she is awesome looking there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and transform her. Or I should say at least put her in her body. So you just straighten out the arms. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to bend her. This thing does have a waist. So it does have a waist ab crunch right there. But that's again due to the transformation. So once she's bent over at the waist, you just go ahead and then just twist her down like so. And then put her legs up. Now, and there she is, though she is missing one other piece, and that is inside the transector. So in order to get that out, what you need to do is pop the whole top off like so. Luckily there is a port right here and a peg right here. I'm going to show that to you right now. So the peg is right here and it goes into this little port right in here. So you're not breaking anything. That is part of the design. Now once you have this going, what you're going to do is you're going to fold the window down like so. And then you're going to flip this open like that. And this back piece, you're able to swivel it. Now there is a reason why I did that. And that's to go ahead and put this, you know, as part of her back when you have her transformed. So for right now, I'm going to put this off to the side. And there's that piece I was talking about right here. So we're going to take those off. And as you can tell, this actually slides in to the front of her head. So you just slide that in, boom. And there is her head. And she is smiling. That is really nice. I really like that. All right. So before we go ahead and get started, I'm going to go ahead and take a couple close-ups of this, and then we're going to go ahead and proceed further with the transformation process, as well as introducing her other accessories. Alright, I am back! Okay, so I took a few pics to actually do a little bit of close-up showing details of the head, the vehicle mode, so forth. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of her other accessory. In this case, weapons. Now there is a rather unique weapon storage. So just like this front piece of Minerva or Athena's head, or her helmet is placed right here, right there into those two notches by these little antennae. There, her weapons are stored within the vehicle on either side, as you can tell. Now this is pretty cool, as a matter of fact. So we're going to go ahead and take those out. Now if you put one finger under, one finger over, and just slide them out. Ta-da! And then in order to get the weapons, because they do come out like this, you just unfold it here. And then there is the gun handle. They're kind of folded in, so you pull that out, and there you go. You have one of Minerva's pistols. And I mean, just by looking at it here, it's a lot of good molded detail. Now it is done in white plastic, but you can tell there is some silver applications here and underneath the barrel here. So that is awesome. And not to mention there is like some silver light silver paint on either side, right above the main body. So this is pretty cool. I like this. And it does have, I don't know if you can see it, it does have like the same Masterpiece style pegs. So when she's holding it, it just folds into her palm. So that goes there. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the other one. So for those that didn't see it the first time, right there. Alrighty, unfolding. Now because I don't have any nails, I'm gonna use my trusty mechanical pencil. And there we go. Ta-da! So put that there. Alrighty. So I'm going to move all these little pieces out of the way for right now. And now we're going to go ahead and concentrate on the transformation. So as you can tell, this is all open here. Now one of the things we are going to do at this time is we're going to start off with the well, as a matter of fact, let me show off some of the decals that are on this. Now originally this was not stickered up or anything, as I showed you before. You know, here's the sticker labels here, and several of them are on there. There's some extras in case you mess up. Luckily I did not. So you have this on the hood, on the sides of the doors. You have the front license plate. You also have the back license plate. Then you have, I don't know if you can see it, but on this tab here, oh sorry, on this tab over here where my forefinger's at, there is a sticker there. And there's some stickers right here on either side. Now in addition, and you will see this as well, there are going to be some stickers in other places, like on her knees and on the sides of her power readout when her head is connected to the rest of her transector. So let's go ahead and continue on. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to unhook this back here, and we're going to unhook the doors from here. As you can tell, they are, there you go, they are on a type of long peg, and there is a port right there. So we're going to do the same thing on this side as well. Boom. Alrighty. Now these two panels in the back, they do fold in. So that's what you're going to do right now. Now, before we continue on, we are going to go ahead and fold, or I should say unfold, these doors. I'm going to pull those down like so. I'm going to do the same on the other side. And these two, or I should say these two pieces, because they are two separate pieces, they are going to go ahead and unfold. Now, give me a moment. I'm going to go ahead and reorient the angle of my camera, and we'll continue on. Right, folks, I am back. So sorry about the little bit of mix-up. Trying to make sure that I have the figure and all the transformation aspects all in one frame. So moving on, there are these little panels right here. We're going to go ahead and turn these around, turn this around. Okay folks, sorry about that. So going back to what I was doing, these two panels here, you know, they were originally like this, flat. You move them up, you gotta go ahead and twist them around like so. Twist them around again, and then you're going to flip them over, or I should say you're going to twist it here because they're on little hinge, and then you can twist it like that. So once they're twisted like so, Alright, there you go. So you gotta twist it, fold that down, and you gotta go ahead and twist it around like so. Fold that down. Now these can actually come together. There's like a little peg right there, and it goes into a little slot right there. So once that's down, there you go. So once that's on there, what you're going to do is you're going to pull these sections up, and hang on a sec. Oh, alright, so one of the things we're going to do first and foremost, I'm going to pull these arms out since they're folded in, and this, we got a little hinge right here, but you gotta go ahead oops. One of the things that happens is that they do pop off, but luckily they are on a ball joint, and gotta pop that back in there. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead, pull this down. There we go. So it's supposed to line up like this. So I'm gonna pull the arm down like so. Using this armature, we're gonna pull this up. Okay. And what we may need to do, there we go. Let's turn this around. And there we go, like so. So that way, these arms are like that. Now, what you're seeing right now is the back piece of this figure. So this is the front piece, or her front chest, and I will show you what I was talking about earlier concerning her power readouts and everything. Now we're gonna go ahead and do her legs. Now before we continue on, we have to go ahead and fold the windows and this bottom back piece out. So we're gonna fold this window down, and we're going to go ahead and fold this black piece over. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing again. There we go. Alright. Now, these doors are on a slider, so you can slide these down afterwards, and you can fold those down. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to split these legs apart by splitting the front piece open. Now, once they're opened up, I'm going to go ahead and split this portion open. And there we go. So, let's see here. Now, this portion here is on a type of hinge here, so we need to open this up, and once that's open, gotta go ahead and take this red piece and we have to pull this open, and we gotta try and get this leg opened out. Now, during my earlier transformations of this has been a royal bite in the rear to do, because as you can tell, there's not a whole lot of clearance, and it's not like you can pull the legs out. They're folded in. So once that's done, there's this piece right here that's going to open up. You're going to open that up here, and you're going to open this like so. Now the next piece is this red piece. You gotta pull that down. You gotta turn this around and face that flat. Now this portion here can fold in, but you have to go ahead and snap that in like so. And this back piece here would need to go ahead and tab into that little port right there. There's a tab right here. Now one thing that I do want to let you all know is that that portion sometimes will not stay flushed. So that is a big issue from time to time. Now that we got one leg done, we're going to go ahead and do the other. And we're going to go ahead and open this up like so. And I'm going to try and get this open here. There we go. All right. And we're going to go ahead and get this foot. Oh, so before I forget, this portion here that used to be the dash or the control panel folds in like that. These pieces here fold in like so. And there you go. You got her back piece done. Now we gotta go ahead and get these legs open and then pull this red piece down like so. Get this open and closed. Get this portion like that. So we gotta get this open like so, and we gotta go ahead and get this toe over like that. Now one thing I do want you to be very aware of, there is a little, I don't know if you can see it, but I'll probably take a picture of it. There is a little stress mark right here, so do be careful when transforming it. Try not to manhandle it too much. Then this back piece will tab in there. And there she is standing. Now, granted, her legs are not completely on there, and we still need to work on the arms. So, okay, hang on a sec, because I still, again, like I said before, sometimes these pieces will just not stay on there. Alrighty. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead, and there is a bicep swivel right here. The hands do rotate, and something that I will show you, these hands do curl up into a fist. So there you go right there. I'm gonna do the same with the other one. Twist and curl. So there we go, right there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take this piece, twist it around, fold this in, and fold that down, or fold that up, I think. And then what we're gonna do with that little black port, we got this post right there, and that folds up in there. All right, not bad so far. Now, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and transform and head on. Whoop, there goes the back piece. So that will happen on occasion. One good thing about that is that it will pop back in. And there is Minerva. And I know her on the box, she is Athena, but since I did, watch the OG one, Super God Masterforce series, I know her as Minerva. So sorry about that. So one other thing, we're gonna go ahead and give her her weapons. And there we go. And I have to say, I am liking this figure. I mean, honestly, if I didn't like her, I wouldn't have bought her originally, but that goes without saying. So there she is. So I'm going to go ahead and take the opportunity, take a couple of action poses that I will post on, on the video, and I'll come back to you and do a final transformation from robot to vehicle, and then put in my final thoughts. Okay, folks, thank you. I hope those images, are to your liking and shows the posability of this figure. Now, we're going to go ahead and bring her back into vehicle mode. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off her weapon. And go ahead and transform. Ugh. Now, of course, we need to go ahead and take off the front piece of her helmet, because that's going to go into the vehicle mode. Go ahead and transform her back. And there is Athena, or Minerva, whichever you prefer, whichever name you prefer. Me, I'm pretty much going to wind up calling her Minerva again, so I'm going to go ahead and put her off to the side. Alrighty. Now, we're going to go ahead and take this back piece off. And pop. There it goes, right there. Alright. So, go ahead. Whoop. There goes that thing. Luckily, this is all on a ball joint system. Some of it anyway. So you're able to just pop that back on there. So one of the things we're going to go ahead and do, and I got people looking at me while I'm doing this. So, it's all good though. It's all good. So we're going to go ahead and fold the arms in like so. And go ahead and just turn this around. All right. Okay. Turn these hands down. Okay, folks, so going back to what we were doing just now, we're going to go ahead and transform her back into vehicle mode. Now, so far, all I've done was go ahead and fold the arms in. Now what we need to do is move these arms in. They have to go ahead and bend and fold into this area here. So give me a moment. I'm just going to move this around. And there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the same with the other arm. I'm going to fold this down. And there we go. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and move these flaps here. Gotta move those out. Hey. There we go. Now, depending on how they're at, now I think, oh, that's right, I need to fold this out like so. So I gotta move these arms, I gotta fold them out, twist them like so. There we go. Alrighty, so far so good. Now, don't know if you can see it, but there is a peg hole here, and there is a very small peg right here on the inside. That's gonna go ahead and hook up into that forearm. Now I just need to go ahead and try and get that in there. So alrighty, one more. And once that's in there, I'm gonna go ahead and hook these two ends together. Alright. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and fold these weapons in. I'm going to take this grip, fold in the barrel, and using this portion here, I'm going to put it on the little slot that is on the inside here. If I can get it in there. Alright, so I believe that is going to go perhaps in here. Alrighty, now, I want to say one of the drawbacks of actually filming within the store is that we do get customers here, so there's going to be a lot of stop and go here, so I do apologize for that early. But I am grateful that they do allow me to shoot here, so that's always a good thing. So we're going to go ahead and take this weapon, we're going to fold it in like we did before, and having that pointing in, the barrel pointing in, it's going to slide to the side here again. If I can get it in there. Nope, I did not get it in there. Come on. Now I gotta get it out of there. Come on, blast you. Hold on, I'm gonna have to detach. There we go. And hook. There we go. Alright. Now to attach that back. So now that that is done, we're gonna take these two flaps here that make up her back piece. We're gonna open those up. Once those are opened up, this will give us clearance to open this back piece portion. So we're going to lift that up. We're going to go ahead and swing these around. And then turn it around 360. We're going to do the same thing here. Turn it around 360. And then we're going to peg these two pieces together like so. Now, of course, oops. Gotta lift that up because these kind of detached. Alrighty, there we go. There we go. So once that is on there, we basically have the back portion done. Now the fun part really begins, and that's having to go ahead and transform this front portion back. So we're going to go ahead and work this backwards. We're going to go ahead and open up the foot. Going to fold this down. We're going to open up the lower calf. Open that up. And we're going to close that. I'm going to go ahead and, oops. Okay. There we go. Alright, sorry, I just had a warning about my battery being low, and I was certain I had plugged that in. Okay, so that should do it. Hang on a sec. Alright, so I had to check my battery level. Sorry about that. So now that this portion here is up, it's time to move this thigh inward. So we gotta go ahead, because the knee is double hinged here, we gotta move this bottom portion in. Okay, like so. We're gonna take this piece and lower it down right in front. We're gonna take this portion and move it up around. There we go. Yay! This is coming out a lot better than the first couple of times I transformed this puppy. So, just for those that didn't see it the first time, we're gonna try that once again. One more time! So we're gonna go ahead and open up the toe here. Fold this down. We're gonna open up her calf. And we're going to lower this portion down. We're gonna put this foot or toe open like so. And then we're going to fold the leg out. Now, yeesh, there we go. Now that that portion is done, we're going to take this and close this out. Oh, almost forgot. Gotta put this front portion back down. And there we go. Now, there, I don't know if anyone's noticed it, but there is this tab here and here. There are slots right there and right there. We're going to close this up. And we all go, yay, because I was able to close that up without any fuss or muss. Yay. Anyway, going on, we're going to go ahead and we are going to go ahead and swing this back portion up like so. I'm going to go ahead and, oh, before I do that, shoot, almost forgot. You got to go ahead and put the window and this bottom piece out. So, God forgive me, I don't have any nails. There we go, like so. And we're going to open up or pull the window open like so. Now that that is done, we're going to fold it out like that. And there are a couple tabs here that go into those slots right there, if you can see it. And snap that in there. There we go. We're going to do the same with the other one before I go ahead and put that bottom piece together. So there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and pull the clear plastic for the windows. Now that that portion is almost done, I'm going to go ahead and fold this out, connect the pieces. Oops, there goes those weapons. That's okay. You know what? I can always put those back on. Alright, now that that portion is done, what we're going to do is and like so, we're going to go ahead and just try and connect everything back in order. Now this is the finicky part because it doesn't want to stay in there. There we go. Put that one in there. Come on, get in there. Get in there. There. Now we gotta go ahead and do this other end to go ahead and connect it all like so. All right. Okay. Now that that portion is done, now to put these weapons back on. And put that in here. All right. So, just trying to make sure everything is there. All right, there we go. Now, going back, this is the front piece of her, front and top piece of her helmet. That's gonna go into those slots by tabbing it into the antennae. So there we go, that goes in there. Now, we're gonna go ahead and put Minerva into a seated position. Now, I'm trying to make sure that she does go in there properly. Now, that's due to the fact that she's got to put her feet, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I rest assured there is a black piece with a black screw on there that she's got to put her feet in. And so I'm just trying to put her in there. There we go. Now, one other thing, we need to go ahead and put, there's this black piece here that pretty much opens up for the control panel. I'm going to go ahead and use my pencil, put that on there. Yep, come on, come on, come on, come on. Sometimes it just doesn't want to work with me. Okay, there. Now there she is, all in her glory. Now we just got this piece here. So we're going to pull this window open up like so. I'm going to put this top down like that. Now this back piece, we're going to rotate it around. And then put that spoiler down just a bit. Now we're going to go ahead and connect it using this little peg hole. And there we go. Snap that in there. All right. Okay, so just trying to get everything flushed here. Now that's the one thing, unfortunately, about this is that this back spoiler piece does not stay flush. So one final thing is to put the rear view mirrors back up. And there she is. And she is rolling very nicely. Very, very nicely indeed. And there she is, all transformed and ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and take some final images to show off. And then we'll go ahead and see about, giving you my final thoughts on this figure. All right, so hope you enjoyed those images. There she is, already transformed in her vehicle mode, and she's about to go ahead and take off to enjoy the rest of her Labor Day weekend. I guess the Destron are basically trying to relax right now, so I think she's gonna go ahead and ride up to the beach and everything. So this, I said before, this is a great figure. I love the way it turned out. I loved her robot mode. There are some things that, you know, basically were a pain. As you saw, the legs were an issue for me at the very beginning, but I was able to go ahead and do it. Practice does make perfect. Just don't be too heavy-handed with this, because as I showed you earlier, there was a stress mark on one of the legs in certain areas. So the last thing you want is to be too heavy-handed where you wind up breaking it. So just be careful. Another issue I have is this back area here where the spoiler's at. It doesn't stay flush. It does tend to pop off. So that's an issue that may take off a point or two. But speaking of which, how would I rate this? I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8. Again, for the very reasons that I mentioned. I've had it for the past couple of weeks or so. I have been trying to transform it, and I always seem to run into these issues. So I don't know if it's just with mine or if this is just the difficulty level for this particular figure. Would I recommend it? Yes, especially if you're that nostalgic to have a figure. To have a more modern, updated figure of Minerva from Masterforce.
How's it going?
So, other than that, what are your thoughts on the figure? Do you have this? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Like, share the video, subscribe to my channel. Every subscription helps out my channel a lot. So I'd like to go ahead and thank Buddy from Buddy's Toys and Collectibles for allowing me to shoot here today, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.